Hello. Oh, I see the meters moving. Hey. All right, it looks like everything is moving along here, guys. So yeah, welcome to the live YouTube wine brewing video. I'm gonna go over there in just a minute. I have my microphone on here now. I have a friend on standby in case something goes wrong or my battery in the mic goes dead or something. So if anything does happen, I'll know about it because I won't be watching the chat. There also might be the odd little static from the microphone wire because it's wireless, but if it gets really buzzy, then I'll know about it that way too. Okay, so not to worry, I have somebody monitoring this. And geez, I wanted to brew a beer kit too, but I don't have one. But after we finish the wine, I'll hang around for a little bit and chat. But I don't want to make this too long because people who watch it later, I don't want to watch an hour-long video. Okay, so I'm gonna go over there and get started. I'm just gonna check to see, yeah, everything's happening in the chat. Oh, see now what's happened. My dog. This is real life. This is live, people. My dog wants down into the basement, and I have to go open the door. So I will do that. So this is live. Down in the CraigTube dungeon. This is what happens when, you can still hear me though because I'm wearing a mic. Now she's going to take a little while to get down here. Come on. Because she's old. Okay, I keep the door shut because less noise comes down here when I'm shooting videos and stuff. So, okay, so let's get the other camera rolling here. And we'll start this thing. I mean, we're doing this from scratch. I haven't even made Star Sand yet. So we go there, and we want camera 1, if I can find it. There we go. All right. So I assume everything's working. Great. Sorry, I'm out of breath there. I had to run up the stairs. Well, the first thing that's involved with brewing anything, as you may already know, is you need something to drink. And my wife just got home, 20 minutes ago with a McDonald's, a Big Mac, which I don't usually eat McDonald's, but I do like a Big Mac. I do love a Big Mac. So I kind of got that into me as quick as I could. See, I still have the fries. All right, but I got to get more of a beer. We're going to top this up, so I have to come over here. Excuse me. And just pour this. See if we can do this on camera here. This is a little undercarbonated. And last night during my Vaughn Live broadcast, I was going to rock the keg a bit. I didn't get a chance. So we're just going to agitate it like that. Nice big glass. And let's get that in there. We don't want any mishaps where we lose all of our beer. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that happen, but I have. I've had it happen. Lost a whole keg once. I've told this story on my live broadcast on Friday night, but I'll tell you briefly after I get my breath back. I was doing a live, this was a few years ago, and I was live. It was probably Justin TV back then. And I went and got a beer, it was, back here. And then I came back. Now I had my keg wasn't in the fridge thing. It was just here. The basement was cool enough that it was drinkable, And I didn't have a picnic tab like what you just saw. I had the lever, just a piece of wood with the lever, mounted onto it. And I put it back on top of the keg, and I went back to my broadcast, and it fell off, and the lever opened, and I'll spare you the gory details. You know what just happened there. And I'm sitting there doing my thing, and then all of a sudden, in between the songs, I hear this liquid, and I went, "The hell!" Came back here, 5 gallons of beer, all over the carpet. Yeah, I cried. No, but so obviously, yeah, that's not good. Not only was it a big mess, but I didn't have any other beer for that night. I might have had some wine or something, and I didn't have any beer for that week. And I guess I could have went and bought some, but you know how the price of beer, I've talked about this a million times. So I went back to the cast and I told everybody what happened. And behind the scenes, somebody, and I don't want to mention names because I want to forget somebody, but I know who some of the people were. They went on to a Skype, a group Skype chat thing, and they arranged a donation thing. And I didn't know anything about this. This is all being done behind my back. The next day, I got a message from somebody saying, check your PayPal. And I went and checked, and there was like $300 in there. I couldn't believe it. That's the loyalty of some people. Are just, I mean, I didn't know what to say, and of course I was very grateful, and I thanked everybody, and I found out who was involved, and I thanked them all. And that's just the kind of thing that happens sometimes. We help each other out. I thought that was really amazing. So of course, what did I do? I went out and I got the most greatest beer I could find, the best tasting beer I could find, you know? And it was, I don't know what to say, but I really appreciated it, and I didn't expect it. So that's my experience with having that happen. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. It didn't turn out too bad in the end. So, cheers. And excuse me, I'm burping. it's a beer show, so we might have some burps. It's not really a beer show though. Wine. I first started. I love wine. I love white wine. I love red wine. And I found out that I could have this made for me. You know, you go and you tell them what you want, and they brew it for you, and you go and you sprinkle the yeast, and then they, you know, you go back in a month and you bottle it. And so I did that for a while. And then I found out that you can brew it yourself. And the first experience I had with brewing anything other than beer was the inmate wine, I guess we call it. I call it inmate wine. Probably inaccurately termed, but it's, you know, you take some grape juice or whatever from the store and you throw some yeast in it and you let it ferment. Inmates, you know, in jails, they used to do this in garbage bags. They would steal, I guess, bread or something from the cafeteria. I don't know exactly whether it was they made the bread and maybe they got the yeast. I'm not sure. I've never been in jail, so I don't know. But and they would bring this back to their cells with the juice from breakfast and stuff, and they'd put it all together. And they used to do it in like the back of toilets, or they do it in like a garbage bag, and they just put it all in there, sugar and stuff, and then the juice and the yeast or the bread. And actually, you don't even need to add yeast to it. It'll just ferment on its own with the yeast floating around in the room. They used to make this wine. Probably tasted really bad, but they could get drunk off of it. So that's where I got the term inmate wine. It's not really inmate wine when you do it that way, the way I do it. It's, you know, you're just taking grape juice. It's not the kind of grape juice that's in here, but, you know, and you're fermenting it. So it's perfectly viable. My first one was with apple cider. So I got some apple cider and I guess you would call it hard apple cider. That's when I realized this is like, I mean, I was making beer, but I wasn't really thinking about it. You know, I just did what the instructions, you know, you put the stuff in, you put the yeast in, and it does what it did, you know, what it does. But that was my first time thinking about it, like, you can ferment anything, you know. So that's when I started doing it. And then I realized you could buy these. Now this is a, I have a package of, what did I do with that? I had some, here. These are wood chips. I'll tell you about those later. What is this? A California Connoisseur. I am not going to try and pronounce these damn things. I will do it wrong. Sangiovese. Here. You have a go at that. Okay? It's heavy too. All right. So, what have we got here? All right. So the first thing we've got is a package. And I've done this before on YouTube, but it was a long time ago. So we get this open, and we've got some stuff in here. So first of all, we've got the yeast. This is Lalvin EC1118, if I can see that. A lot of people say Lavalin. It's actually Lalvin. And that's the yeast. We have a package of, I don't know why I don't bring my glasses over with me. You guys know I always forget. This will be bentonite, okay? Bentonite is like a clay, and it's going to help basically clear the wine. This is potassium sorbate. I should get my glasses. I don't need them to do this, but I need them to read. Yeah. Okay. So we've got bentonite that goes in with at first here. We've got potassium metabisulfite, which is it kills the yeast. So when it's done fermenting, you put that in, and it just makes sure that the wine is dead. Okay. And then the potassium sorbate will prevent it from fermenting further afterwards. So if any new yeast gets in there or anything like that, it won't ferment anymore. Now, the potassium metabisulfite also prevents it from oxidizing. So that way you can stir the crap out of it and get all the CO2 out of it, because wine does, some of the CO2 that's produced while it's fermenting will stay in the wine. And then you don't want that caustic kind of taste when you drink your wine, so you do have to stir it. But we won't be doing that today. We'll just be doing the first step, which is to get this into a fermenter. And of course, there's the bladder full of, condensed grape juice. Okay, so what I do, see it's sort of in the corner there, so I'll rip these things off. This is fun. And I'll rip the corner and sort of do this. See? There. Now I can pour it into the thing. See? To get that open. So that's what we've got there. This is dead easy. If you like wine, this was $60. You can get more expensive ones. And I'll tell you the honest truth, I'm not really a big wine connoisseur. I'm just a sewer part. Like, they took the Arcana away from me a long time ago. I'm just a sewer. But no, I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to wine. So I bought one of the more expensive kits before, and it was $80, $90. I didn't notice the difference in taste between that one and the $60 one. Somebody else might. I didn't notice. I do have wine in here. Now I'm going to lift this up. There's a little bit left. Now, I didn't bottle that wine. Too lazy. I do have wine bottles, and I use this. I've got two of these. This is two of them put together. Normally, it's just like this, right? It's like a turkey baster. You just dip it in, put your thumb on it, bring it out, put it in the glass. Then when the wine gets low, you just put the extra piece on like that. You do it. Now, once it gets down low like that, I'm not going to do this on YouTube because someone will screen cap it, but you put it in and you can actually just, almost like you're, smoking some tea, let's just say. You just draw it up into the tube and then you put it in the glass. So that's what I do, and it doesn't hurt it. The wine stays undamaged, like it doesn't go rotten or anything like that. And if I want to bottle some of it, I can. This wine is very robust. You can't hurt it. I've actually left this airlock off overnight. Nothing happened. So, it's really not like beer at all. It's very, very robust, very hard to... I've even left a glass of it sitting out. The next day I come down and it's like, oh, shoot. Oh, I'm not wasting that. So I put it in the fridge. Tastes fine. Nothing wrong with it. Unless a fruit fly got in, then of course I'll throw it out. But okay. Now the other thing we need, of course, is some sanitizer. And I didn't get a chance to make it because I was too busy eating my McDonald's. So we'll do that. We'll make sanitizer. Let's see. We've got Star San. Now a lot of people use the metabisulfite stuff. I don't have any, and I don't like the smell of it. So we're gonna use Star San, and I need to find my little thing here. This put some water in this. Excuse my back. Try to not face the. Try not to let you have to see the back of me too much here. And look, the green hose is in service again. See that? Okay. No, I will probably put the other hose on. I started using a different hose because I was worried about this hose here being so old. I stole this hose from somebody's place where I lived. The famous green hose. And I started using it again because it doesn't do anything to the beer or the wine. It doesn't contaminate it or anything. So now that ends up being about a gallon. And I use warm water. I don't know why. Just feel like it. Cold water is no good for anything but drinking, as far as I'm concerned. Watering the lawn. So then what do? We get about. Squeeze this thing. It's getting low though, so I don't know. Look at squeeze. Oh, there we go. It's going. That's a little too much, but that's okay. I think we're talking about 1/4 of an ounce here. Quarter of whatever that is. You know, you just make Star San. You know, you guys know how to do that. There, put that in there. Looks like I'm running out, but I've got another container of it. I've only ever bought Star San once. The rest of it, it's always been somebody has sent it to me. I've always been very, very lucky that way, and I really appreciate that. So we give that a shake. And what I do is, well, what we have to do basically is get this fermenter. This is my wine fermenter. Ah, it smells good. Is that clean? Something in there. I'm going to give this a rinse. It looks like there's something in the bottom there. I didn't know that, so give that a rinse out. Not sure what that was. There. A little bit of white powder, probably sugar or something. There. And get the Star San in there. Technically, I wouldn't, if I was doing this on a timer, I wouldn't include making the Star San. Okay, so now we're starting to brew the wine, technically. I don't even know if you'd call it brewing. You're just adding yeast to some existing stuff. Okay. Don't mind the fermenter in the background here that's not clean. There's yeast in there. I'm going to actually, when I'm done this, before I stop this video, I will show you how I get the yeast out and put it in a jar. So that's good. We need an airlock. And of course, we don't really need it right now. What I do is I just put my hand on, there's a hole in the top. I just put my hand on it and just, whoop. Well, bubbles! Did you see those bubbles? All right. That's a Trailer Park Boys reference there. Put my hand on it and just flip it over. All right. That's all that takes. Set that over there. This is more fun than doing videos because I know I won't have to edit this. Look at all that foam. Okay, we'll just leave that. Oh, we'll move it out of the way, I suppose. Where am I going to put that? Put it down on the floor. Just so you can see. All right. So now that is, oh no, I need that. Sorry, I still need it. Because we need to get our stir thing. And we need to sanitize that. Well, I'll just do it over here. is the way we wash our spoon. Okay. So there's that, and an airlock. Is that going to fit? I have different sized ones. I have to make sure I get the right. That's a little small. Whoops. Let's see, where are we? We seem to have an airlock shortage here. Well, this will work for now. And after the video's done, I'll put a different one on. It'll be fine for now. Okay, so we'll put that in the sanitizer, and we'll leave it there. Okay. Jeez, bubbles everywhere. Okay, now we're going to work with the wine. So the first thing we're going to need is the bentonite, and I should get my glasses or a magnifier. There, no, that's it there. I can see. Okay, I don't want to put the wrong thing in, right? So now what we need is we need some water. So I use warm water. Oh, there's an airlock there, but it's dirty, but that's the one I'll use later. So I'm going to put about up to here, I guess. You know, that's about it. You know, just some warm water. And the bentonite. I should check my Skype just to make sure everything is... I'd hear it anyway, but sometimes those things don't work. Okay. Mic is off? Okay. Battery went dead. Mic is off? Oh. Very soft. Okay, I think the battery is dead. Let's change the battery. I wonder how that is. Is that better? Okay. Well, I changed the battery. This battery was weak, and I'll tell you what. This battery is low, and just moving it around in there a little bit. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Moving it around a little bit, it made it work again, but this battery, I do the old tongue test, and it's very low. So thank you. See? That's my producer letting me know that everything's okay. Good. All right, we're back in action. Great. See, I wouldn't have known that. The whole thing would have been ruined if I hadn't known that. Thank you very much. Okay. So in case you missed the last part, I put just like an inch and a half of warm water in here. And this is live, you know. I can't edit that out. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, in goes the bentonite. And I'll show you guys. It'll look... Now the foam in there is just a star sand. It doesn't hurt anything. And we want to stir this for, well, I don't time it usually. I just 30 seconds maybe, just to make sure there's no lumps and it's all dissolved. Can you guys see that? Whoop! Why don't we just, you know, pour it into the garbage there? Okay. I'd say that's good. This thing has holes in it, so it's, yeah. All right. Now, let me just make sure we don't lose any of these other ones here. There's that one, and then there's these guys here. I forgot to show you these ones. These will go in at the end. These are clarifying agents. I never use them. You can, but I've never, now what? Okay, let's go to the computer. Okay, yeah, it looks like my volume is fluctuating, so let me check my mic. Make sure that the connections are good. Okay, hello, testing 1, 2. Let me take this off for. How's that? Testing there. Loose connection. Okay, awesome. I'm going to read that message, but I know what it's going to say. Very low. Okay, yeah, I think we got a loose connection there. I think it should be okay now. Yes. There. Yeah, okay. Awesome. It's my producer. Yeah, this little plug here. Okay. So we're gonna, that should do it. Okay, we're gonna wiggle things around here just to make sure. And yeah, okay, that looks good. All right. Oops, switch the camera now. Is it live or is it Memorex? Right. Okay, well hopefully that stays now. Because it did come back when I moved that around. Okay, so thank you again, and if it happens again, that person will let me know. All right, now I got a little thing here. Funny, I use this all the time, and it never happens when I'm doing a video, but when we're live, now this requires a little bit of maintenance here. Cheers. Okay. Now this way you have to be careful. This is just a little tool. And this stuff smells really nice. In fact, you can... And we don't want it to touch any of the cardboard, so we're just going to make sure we bend that back. Or rip that right off of there. Hope you guys are having fun watching me struggle over here. This would have been edited. As a matter of fact, I probably would have stopped the whole thing and not shot any video. It's all this stuff happening. No, we're good. And in it goes. Just gonna, I don't want the bag to fall in, so I'll hold on to the bag. There. That's that. And, sorry, I have to adjust this thing. I can feel it's moving around. One sec. There. Now what I do is I get some warm water. Well, it tells you to do this anyway, but... And just give it a shake. Shake your booty. Oh, I better be careful. I'll end up with a copyright notice. Believe it or not, we're almost finished, so with this anyway. And that's that. Oh, it smells good. Now, we'll stir that around. Now, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but it's just red liquid. This makes really good wine. This wine is really, I've never drank a $100 bottle of wine before, but as far as store-bought wine goes, $10, $20 bottles of wine, this is every bit as good, if not better. And I tell you what, I hope he's not watching, but I went to a friend's house for dinner once, and they were serving wine. And I took a bottle of my own wine, you know, this stuff here, and I snuck off into a corner, and I took a glass of their store-bought wine and a glass of my homemade wine, and I did a taste test, and I kid you not, the store-bought stuff tasted like Lysol compared to this. So if you really do like wine, I urge you to make this. It's easy. All we're going to do now is fill it up with water. If this reaches, yes it does, to the 5-gallon mark. Well, 23-liter mark, because gallons are different in different places. And I'm going to make sure that it's not too cold, so I'm going to use partially warm water too. And we got a little thermometer on the side here, so I can see, I'll be able to see it. We want it to be about maybe 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll stop it. I'll give it a stir. A child could do this, although I don't know if that's legal. Well, I guess it would be until they put the yeast in, and then it becomes an issue. So what do we got here? That's about 68, I think. I'm going to get my, oh, no, 76. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just put the rest cold in. Wine can ferment at between 70 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to put a little bit more warm in. Okay. There. Oop, I had to do that because I couldn't find the tap and it was starting to get too high. Okay, so it's exactly 23 liters. Dog will get that later. Just give that a stir. Now, this wine kit didn't come with wood shavings for the oak flavor. I happen to have, I showed you these earlier, I happen to have some here. So what I'm going to do, and I've been told that you do not have to soak these in rum or vodka or anything. Wood is I don't know, something about wood that's not going to cause any problems. Oh yeah, see, I'll show you one. Just little wood cubes, right? I probably shouldn't be touching them. Never had a problem. In they go. Those are oak. Give that a stir. Let's give it a whirl. That's it, guys and gals. We are done. And I may as well put the proper airlock on, but this is, oh boy, I don't know. That's been sitting around. Well, we'll just put the other one on for now and call it a day for that. Yeah. Didn't see that one sitting there. So we grab our lid. And our airlock. And with this, now, well, it fits, but it's gonna, if it falls in, we're gonna have a problem. But for now, just for demonstration purposes, I have this little measuring cup thing here. I'll just grab a little bit of water. And put it in the airlock there. There. You've made wine. That's it. We're done. The only other thing that I would want to do, because it does get a little cooler down here in the basement, is I'll throw a heat belt on it. All right, I'll just throw this on it and I'll plug it in, but I won't bother doing that right now. So that's it. We've made wine. Yay! Uh-oh, I hear another audio issue could be happening again. Here, let me go to the computer. Don't tell me my mic's crapping out. I can't afford a new mic. Okay, it looks like we got a little low volume here. What I'll do is I'll just turn it up. Oh, the yeast. Oh my God. Yeah. I was going to get to that actually. Sure. Yeah, you could add yeast. Yeah. Edit that out, please. Yeah. Of course. I just wanted to show you how to put the airlock on and the lid, but of course we got to, I'm going to take it off. We got to put the yeast in it. Of course I know that. Jeez. Yeah. So, yeah, you get your yeast. Where did I put the yeast, for one thing? What did I do with it? There it is. The fun of live, If I wasn't doing it live, of course I would remember to put the yeast in, but I've never forgotten to do that. Thank you again, my producer there. You put the yeast in. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Thank you, chat room. Okay. And they tell you not to stir it. I will never live that down. He forgets to put the yeast. I'm just a guy, just a normal guy. I wonder if I've ever done that with beer, forgot to put the yeast on. I don't think so. Okay, so now that we've tested the lid and we know that it fits, we'll actually put it on for real now. Good. Well, I'm glad it's not my mic. All right. I was going to get this computer over here running so that I could see the chat, but my wife spilt coffee on her laptop. Look. Watch. This is exciting, isn't it? Yeah. Suffice to say it doesn't work. It's going to come up with a disk error. We had it all apart. We took the hard drive out. We cleaned it all off. It looks like something short-circuited. So, yep. So it ain't working. So I was going to let her use this computer over here, which I am going to let her use it. And I thought I was going to be able to hook that up before this, but I didn't get a chance. So, excuse me. Otherwise, I would have had it running and I could have saw the chat room. But that's okay. I have things in place that are working. So thank you for that. What I'm going to do is just pour this star sand back into the... no, I'm not, because I need a jar. Because we are going to get our yeast out of that fermenter. That smells clean to me. So that beer was kegged yesterday. I'm going to smell the yeast. If it doesn't smell good, I won't bother. I won't bother with it. I better go over and see what that's about. What did I do wrong now? Mic is off again. Okay, I'm going to figure out why this keeps happening. I can see the meter now. Testing 1, 2. I'm going to actually listen to this, guys. I'm going to switch cameras, and I'm going to listen to this to see what it is that's actually occurring. I'll be able to tell by the sound of it. So 1 second here. Okay. You know what it might be? It's this. There. It's this cable right here. See that? That's the culprit right there. You can't see that, but that's what it is. So I'm wiggling that around. Nothing's been plugged into that plug for a long time. There, that won't happen again. But if it does, I'll be notified. I don't know what I would do without that person. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I could walk away with the headphones on, but I don't think the mixer wants to come with me. Yeah, that won't happen again. But if it does, I will know. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So there's the jar. Uh-oh. Now what do we got? Is it happening again? I have my headphones. It's probably going to tell me that it's back and it's okay. Oh, day 2? Okay. Whoops. All right, well, you deserve the credit for all this. You deserve it. Thank you, Fiddlehead. Okay. So, put that down on the ground. And let's get this, and I'll give it a sniff. This might not be any good, but we'll see. It smells good. Nothing wrong with that. See? There's not much in there, but what I'll do, a little bit of beer left, just slurry it around. Of course this is live and I didn't expect it to go, absolutely smoothly. I don't do this very often. I would like to do it more actually. But that cable that I was wiggling back there, I just dug that out of a box just today, for this. And it's an old microphone cable, and it is a little shoddy. So I'm not surprised that it did that. Yeah, we're going to get a decent amount out of that. So sometimes I use a funnel, but this jar's got it's got a wide opening, so I won't. See if I can make sure you can see this. Ah, did I spill it? Yeah, I spilt it. That's why there's a thing down there, a yellow bladder, because I knew I would spill it. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. This is classic, isn't it? Do I have something to wipe this up with? Or to stop it from doing that? There. I hope you guys are having fun watching this. I'm telling you right now. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to do it this way so that I can actually see what I'm doing. You guys will just have to trust me. All right. That's good. And like I said, that's not a problem because this old rag here, this is dirty anyway. I have to get a new one. So we'll put that in the sink for later for cleaning. And this yeast is going into my next batch of beer. Look at that. I'd say it's around 26, 27 times this has been used now. And okay, this time I'll look on my phone. Mm-hmm. Switch the camera. What, did I leave the wrong camera on? Okay, I'm sorry guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my fault. So you didn't see that part. So let's just consider this a practice run, okay? This live thing. Boy, you guys don't want much, do you? No, I'm joking. Thank you. I need you guys. I can't do this without you. All right. So I'm going to leave that Star San for now, and I'll put this in the fridge in a little bit. And now we'll just have a chat, okay? And a beer. How's that sound? And then we'll end the video. I'm not embarrassed. about making mistakes like that, because what it is really is that, you know, I'm just normal like everybody else, and I don't, well, we all make mistakes. We all spill things. We all forget to switch our cameras, and we all, you know, forget to put our yeast in. So, but I have fun doing this, and I'd like to do this more often. If you guys would like me to do that more often, I will. I don't know what I will do, but maybe some, you know, do some brews with, you know, brewing some beer with some grains or some hops or something, or doing, you know, something just other than a Cooper's, you know what I mean? Maybe one day an all grain, although I don't know if I'd like to do that, because there's a lot of waiting around with all grain, and it would be like a 5-hour broadcast, and I don't know if I'd want to do that. And especially on YouTube, because I wouldn't be able to play tunes in between. So, but I would like to do more live stuff, even like a Craig's Kitchen. I don't know if I could do that, because I'd need a computer upstairs. Although I could use this. I could use this cooktop, and I could do something down here live for cooking. We could do that. That would be cool. So, you know, give me some time to think about that, and we'll see what we can do. Whoops. No. That fan will run for a little while. So, I think I'm pretty much done. I could go back to the computer and answer some questions or something, but it's been 45 minutes, and I don't want to start into something else like that, because it might just get too long, and people don't like watching longer videos. So I think I'll just take another 5 minutes to say thank you guys, and thank you for watching. Cheers. This looks like hell, but it tastes good. Whoa. And I really enjoyed that. And I'm glad I made some mistakes, because it makes everybody feel better knowing that we all make mistakes. And, you know, again, if I wasn't doing this, we wouldn't have had the mic problems, and I wouldn't have forgot to do that and all that kind of stuff. So, and the camera stuff. So once I do this a few more times, I'll have a little more of a handle on it. When I do my Friday night broadcast, I don't even think about what I'm doing. I just been doing it for so long that it just comes natural, you know. Anybody that does live shows like that knows that it's pretty easy to do it once you've had practice. But this is, considering I can't see the cameras and I can't see the chat room, and I can't hear the mic, you know, it's a little bit more difficult. And I want to thank Fiddlehead again for letting me know. She's obviously, they're using her as a messenger here. Hang on. You guys. Asking for my PayPal. Okay. Sure. Yeah, okay. Well, my PayPal is, actually it might be, I'll tell you what it is, but it's also, if you go to craigfaraway.com/mymusic, about halfway down the page, there's a thing that says donate. I think it still works. I could check it, but I think it works. But other than that, it's faraway@gmail.com. That's FARRAWAY@gmail.com. I just answered the question. So if that person is kind, just thank you very much. That's awesome. Faraway@gmail.com. My website is craigfaraway.com. There's not much there, but if you go to the My Music section, there's my music, which you heard 2 of the tunes at the beginning of this broadcast if you were here. It's free, and you can put it on your phone or whatever. Listen to it if you like it. So songs that I wrote years ago, recorded, some of them down here, some of them in apartments, some of them in studios. So that's there too if you want that. So, thank you guys. This has been fun. You saw me screw up, and yeah. Well, we won't have that mic problem again, because next time I do this, I'll put a different wire in there. That's that. I'll talk until this beer's done, because I don't mind, but I don't want to stay here too long. People that are watching this after the fact, it's not as much fun for them. And then I can finish my McDonald's French fries. Go with my Big Mac that I had earlier. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say, so I think I'm going to go back to my computer and sit down. I'll put this heat belt on later, and in about, yeah, let's finish with this. In about a week, this will get transferred to one of these, where then it will sit for about another week. And then after that, I may or may not transfer it to a third one. Sometimes they tell you to, sometimes they don't. And after that, we end up with what we do is we put in, got these all mixed up now. Where did I put those? We put in the metabisulfite, the potassium metabisulfite. That will kill the yeast, any yeast that might be left in there. And then we stir the crap out of it for a couple days on and off to get rid of all the gas. And then we add the potassium sorbate, and then we start adding these clearing agents. So all told, it takes about a month. I can do it in about 2 weeks because I've done it in 2 weeks and it still works fine. It's clear and it's red wine, so if it's not perfectly clear, I mean, the only way you can see through this stuff is if you put a flashlight on it. So if it's not perfectly clear right off the bat, I don't care. But it does taste better after it ages for a while, and it gets clear and it ages. It'll get a little bit smoother, but then again, see, I'm not a connoisseur, so for me it tastes fine early. Excuse me, but some people might notice the difference. I don't. I just like my wine. All right, I'm going to go over there and we'll finish up. Thank you. All right. So now we'll switch to the other camera. There. I guess what I'll do is I'll play one more of my tunes just to close off. I can't play any commercial songs because I'll get in trouble. So let's see. Which one? Let's see. I don't know. I'll play After All. If I can get the right one. That one there, right there. This song was actually put out as a single, a 45, only to radio stations though. And it was played on the radio for quite a long time back in the, probably right around 1989, I would say. And so it was, yeah, it was on the radio, but it was never available commercially. But you can download it at my website that I said, craigfarraway.com. It's FARRAWAY.com. So, okay, guys, thank you for watching, and I've had a blast. I wouldn't mind doing this more often. I don't know if your comments that you're making right now are going to be end up in the chat, where I can read them. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure. There's 144 people watching. I can see there's a graph. Yeah, it went up, down, yep. And I can see the chat. Yeah, you guys are, this has been great. Thank you for watching, and I'll put this song on, and I'll see you guys real soon. Next week, Home Brew Weekly. And hey, you know what? If I haven't got time to produce a video and edit it all up, we'll do another live one. That's all. It's a lot of fun. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. Cheers. 17.
Can't remember when I Something tells me